Hello children, welcome back. Today we are going to discuss the chapter Resources and Development. We have already been discussed the three major portions of this chapter, that is resources and development, resource planning, land as a resource, and today we shall discuss soil as a resource. We will discuss and we will conclude the chapter today. So let us come to soil as a resource. First of all, how soil can be considered as a resource? So we must know that soil is the most important and renewable resource, that is natural resource. It is the most important. Why the soil is the most important resource? Because it is the medium of the plant growth. All human beings need food for their survival. All human beings need to grow crops for their survival. And where the crops grow, it is the soil. Soil is the medium of the plant growth. That's why soil is called the most important renewable natural resource. Then it supports different types of living organisms on earth. That's why soil is the most important resource. So today we shall discuss about soil as a resource. We have already read about how soil is formed. Various factors are responsible for it. It is formed from the rocks. How it is formed, that is not the matter of discussion in this chapter. We have discussed it already. So on the basis of factors such as soil formation, its color, texture, chemical and physical properties, soils can be mainly categorized into different categories. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 different categories of soil. Main categories of soils are there. On the basis of their formation, on the basis of their color, texture, chemical and physical properties and so many other things. Mainly soils can be categorized into 6 important categories. First one is alluvial soil, then it is black soil, then it is red and yellow soil. After that laterite soil is there, arid soil is there and forest soil is there. So these are the 6 main categories of the soil. In examination as well, you may get map work on the basis of this soil. There might be some area shaded with a particular color and they will ask that this area comprises of which soil. So you have to read about the special features of the soil. And when you will read about the special features of the soil, you must concentrate upon some important aspects. That means whenever we learn about different types of soil, we have to learn with a special reference to the areas where they are found, major areas with their special characteristics. What are the special characteristics of that soil and which are the main crops grown in that soil. Suppose, for example, take the case of alluvial soil. Alluvial soil is mainly found in which area? It is found in area that is near to the river, and that's why it is the most fertile soil. Then when we talk about alluvial soil, it further got divided into 2 categories, Khadar and Bangar. Khadar is the new alluvial soil, Bangar is the old alluvial soil. In the same way, it is best suited for the growth of cereal crops like rice, wheat. So in the same way, we have to read about the black soil, which is also called the black cotton soil or the regur soil, and red soil, laterite soil, arid soil. Every soil, whenever we start reading about the soil, we should emphasize upon 3 major parts, that is area where these soils are found, second, what are the special characteristics of this soil, and third, which are the main crops grown in the soil. Only from that you will get the questions in your examination. Now come another problem associated with soil. We have already discussed in the case of land resources also, कि whenever we assume something as a free gift of nature, what happens? The things starts depleting. The things starts just extincting from the earth. So that happens in the case of soil also. Just now we have discussed that soil are the free gift of nature. It is a natural resource and it is the most important renewable resource. But we must not be just we must not be on rest that soil is a renewable resource, so it is infinite in nature. Millions of years will take for the formation of few inches of soil. So although it's a natural resource, it is a renewable resource, but it is, you may say that it is also finite in magnitude. Although it gets renewed with the process, with the passage of the time, but that time is very, very long. That is millions of years. So we have to be very much conscious while using soil as a resource. But unfortunately, we human beings starts using this resource indiscriminately, which gives result to the soil erosion. Now come to soil erosion. What is soil erosion? Soil erosion means removal of the top layer of the soil. The top layer of the soils is the most fertile layer, and if that layer would be removed, then soil will lose its fertility. So the removal of the top and fertile layer of the soil due to various natural as well as man-made factors is called the soil erosion. It results in degradation of the soil. It results in loosening of the fertility of the soil, and that is called soil erosion. What are the causes for the soil erosion? We have just discussed same causes, almost the same causes that were there in the case of land degradation. They are also responsible for the causes of soil degradation. First is overgrazing, construction, mining, defective farming method. These are the man-made features, and some natural factors are also responsible for the soil erosion, that is wind, water and glacier. कभी कभी होता है कि हवा अपने साथ मिट्टी को उखाड़ के ले जाती है, बाढ़ आती है, पूरा जमीन चला जाता है. That is called soil erosion. Like we often see when the flood occurs, वो deep channels बना देती है. मिट्टी को काट के डीप चैनल्स बनता है. इस डीप चैनल्स को गलीज करते हैं, यानी कि इसमें की सारी मिट्टी निकल गई. All the soil is drained away and it forms the bad soil over there. This is called gully erosion. And whenever the water or the wind take away with it a sheet of the top layer of the soil, that is called the sheet erosion. So soil erosion can be caused by various man-made factors like overgrazing, construction, mining, defective farming method, as well as some natural factors are also responsible for it, like wind, water and glacier, which results in soil erosion, gully erosion or the sheet erosion. Now come to the conservation measures. If erosion is there, then we must find out some strategies, some remedies, so that we can control the process of soil erosion. The process is afforestation. Mainly अगेन यहाँ पर आप ध्यान रखोगे लगभग वही सारे फैक्टर्स जो आपने लैंड डिग्रेडेशन को कंट्रोल करने के लिए अपनाए थे. यू कैन यूटिलाइज दोज फैक्टर्स टू द मैक्सिमम इन द कंजर्वेशन ऑफ सॉइल एज वेल, like afforestation, plantation of shelter belts, regulating the mining and managing the grazing grounds. Apart from that, contour plowing is there. Contour plowing means होता है फ्लो के ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन में खेती करना. कोई भी स्लोप है उसके ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन में खेती करना ताकि मिट्टी का कटाव नीचे की तरफ ना हो. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, स्ट्रिप फार्मिंग इज देयर. दैट मीन्स यू हैव टू प्लांट योर soil in strips so that it can prevent the erosion. Then terrace farming is there. That is the stairs type of farming, mainly happens in mountainous regions. So these are some ways through which we can control the soil erosion, we can conserve the soil. Mind it, if we are not going to control the soil erosion, a time will come, this resource will be no more on earth. Although it's a natural resource, but we have already discussed it will take millions of years to form few inches of soil. So we must not be so much satisfied that it is a renewable resource. We should put our emphasis, we should put lot of concentration upon controlling the soil erosion. Only then we will be able to utilize the maximum of it. So this was all about the chapter. We have discussed in this chapter so many things. From up to here, there are some questions which you need to answer. How soil is a resource, or discuss soil as a resource. Explain the features of main soils found in India. their location and identification on the map. Then features, main features of different types of soil, what is soil erosion, what is soil conservation, why soil conservation is necessary, and some reasons, some remedial measures for soil conservation. So these are the questions up to here. I think you must have gone through this chapter. So all the best for your exams, and see you in my next video with some new chapter. Till then, goodbye.